We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. There is new scrutiny surrounding funding for the city's Safe Streets program. Coming up, how a recent FBI raid of one of the sites is raising new questions. A jury in Marilyn Mosby's federal trial could be seated as soon as today. Coming up, how soon opening statements could come. And starting today, you're going to need to bring your own bags when you shop in Baltimore County. We're taking a closer look at the new bag ban, what's included and what's not. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. We begin in a city in crisis. Just in, the Baltimore City Board of Estimates approves a $3.6 million grant for the city's Safe Streets program. That money coming from the Maryland Governor's Office of Crime Control and Prevention. It comes as at least one Safe Streets location is under a federal investigation and one worker facing charges. Now, there's a lot to uncover following last Thursday's raid by the FBI, and Fox 45 News is working for you, the taxpayers, investigating how your money is being spent. We're taking you through all the angles of our investigation. Olivia Dance bringing us a closer look at last week's FBI raids. Olivia.
On Thursday, FBI agents raided the Bel Air Edison Safe Streets site just behind me here, and now this site is currently inactive while the investigation unfolds. We're learning the FBI made more than a dozen raids last week, including at David Caldwell's home, who is the supervisor at the Safe Streets site. According to charging documents, the FBI seized laptops, USB drives, and documents, along with drug packaging materials and a magazine with 9 live rounds of ammunition. That ammunition leading to Caldwell getting charged with a state-level charge. Now, LifeBridge Health, which is the community-based organization currently operating the Bel Air Edison Safe Streets site, said 3 employees are currently suspended, and the location is inactive while the investigation unfolds. We spoke with Tyrone Powers, a former FBI agent and law enforcement expert, who says the FBI hitting 15 locations in one day signals they're looking at a big investigation.
They have developed enough information where they were able to convince a supervisor and a special agent in charge of the local FBI office and FBI headquarters that there's enough to move forward to dedicate more resources, because this will be significant enough in the end that it will justify their involvement.
Powers says as the investigation continues, it's possible that Mayor Scott and those responsible for the oversight of Safe Streets could also face some questions. For now, reporting in Baltimore, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News, Midday.
Fox 45 News is committed to figuring out what's going on with this program for you, the taxpayer. And now we want to hear from you. Should the Safe Streets program be stopped pending an investigation or audit of the program? Of those who voted, 96% say yes. You can weigh in at foxbaltimore.com/vote. Happening right now, jury selection is underway in former Baltimore City State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby's federal trial. Prosecutors are hoping to get the jury seated today and have scheduled opening statements tomorrow. This trial will focus on the 2 perjury charges. Mosby is also facing 2 counts of making false statements on loan applications. Those will be heard during a separate trial in the future. Stay with Fox 45 News. We'll have complete coverage of the Mosby case each day. Be sure to download the Fox 45 News app and turn on notifications to get breaking developments even when we're not on the air. Starting today, single-use plastic bags are banned in Baltimore County. Baltimore County Executive Johnny Olszewski signed the bill into law earlier this year. In addition to banning single-use plastic bags, paper bags will have a 5-cent fee. The plastic bag ban does not include the thin plastic bags used to cover meat, fresh baked goods, or bulk foods like nuts and candies. The ban puts the county in line with other neighboring counties as well as Baltimore City. Also today, enrollment for the 2024 health care plans on the open market begins. Enrollment lasts through January 15th, though most people want to sign up before the end of the year for their coverage to begin in the new year. 11:04 now. Here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one, memorial services begin today for Baltimore City Fire Lieutenant Dylan Rinaldo. He is one of two firefighters who died following a row home fire in northwest Baltimore last month. Viewings will be held at Duderuck Funeral Home in Dundalk. That's today and tomorrow from 2 to 4 and 6 to 8. The funeral is scheduled for 10 a.m. on Friday at the Cathedral of Mary Our Queen in Baltimore. Trending number two, a Monday night fire at an abandoned mansion in Baltimore City is raising new questions about the hazards vacant properties pose to firefighters. The mansion was built in the mid-1880s and purchased by Baltimore City in 2010 for just over $14 million. Fox 45 News asked the mayor's office about its plans for the mansion and how long it had been vacant. So far, we've not heard back. Right now, Baltimore has nearly 14,000 vacant properties. Trending number three, more car thefts in Baltimore. A recent guest at the Sagamore Pendry Hotel says he gave his keys to the valet, but instead of parking it, the valet driver is accused of stealing it. Brian Eller says he learned about it from the hotel manager.
They come in, they say, "Hey, we got some bad news for you." I'm like, "Okay, what's that?" And they're like, "Well, last night, our valet employee stole your car."
Auto thefts in general have been an issue across Baltimore all year. Baltimore police are reporting more than 9,300 thefts, on pace to surpass 10,000 before the end of November. Police say only about 3% of those thefts have ended in arrest. Trending number four, doctors at the University of Maryland say the second person to ever receive a pig heart transplant has died. That patient lived for about 6 weeks after receiving the transplant. At the time, he was dying from heart failure and was ineligible for a traditional human heart transplant. The first person to receive a transplanted pig heart survived for 2 months before the heart failed. And trending number five, it is Game 5 of the World Series. The Texas Rangers are now 3-1 against the Diamondbacks. Tonight, Game 5 will take place in Arizona, which you can catch right here on Fox 45. Pre-game coverage begins at 7. Download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, weather anytime. Search WBFF in your app store. Still ahead, it is no surprise that music can put us in a good mood, but now there's new evidence to suggest it may have an impact on our physical health. Coming up, how music may help reduce physical pain. But first, securing the U.S. border. Texas has put up razor wire. Coming up, what a judge is now saying about it, and the Biden administration clashes with the state's Republican governor. And new developments about anti-Semitic threats at Cornell University. Coming up, the student now facing charges.
And we are getting ready for chilly temperatures this afternoon. We'll reach the low 50s, but it will only feel like the 40s. And then overnight, freezing conditions. I'll let you know what you can expect over the next several hours and into the weekend in my Weather Authority forecast.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
11:09, new developments from the Live Center about the Middle East. The IDF is expanding ground operations surrounding the Gaza Strip from all sides. Right now, phone and internet service are cut off again in the Gaza Strip. Communications also went down there over the weekend. Now, we've got new video showing the IDF executing a deadly strike on a densely populated refugee camp in northern Gaza, killing hundreds. Israel's military now claiming they killed as many as 50 Hamas terrorists, including a top Hamas commander who was responsible for the October 7th massacre. The death toll now nearing 10,000 this morning in total since the war began. Now here at home, taking you live to Capitol Hill, where Washington is now preparing to send hundreds more troops to the Middle East amid an increased number of attacks against U.S. bases in the region. Fox 45 is partnering with Magenta Vita Dome for Sinclair Cares Humanitarian Relief for Israel. That organization is a Red Cross affiliate providing emergency medical aid for people in Israel. To help, you can scan the QR code on your screen or go to sinclaircares.com. Taking a look now at your social stream, a student at Cornell University has been arrested for making anti-Semitic threats toward the school's Jewish community. New York prosecutors say 21-year-old Patrick Day was arrested and charged for making several threats online to kill or hurt Cornell's Jewish students. School officials said the threats specifically named the Cornell Center for Jewish Living. Day was taken into custody on Tuesday. Reaction this morning. Incredible work. The FBI needs to stay on top of these extremists and help keep hate out of our communities. Another one said the kid arrested at Cornell has ruined his life. His acceptance to an Ivy League was probably the highlight of his parents' life. And now this. Next time, teach your kids to be decent human beings instead of just a competitive college applicant. A federal judge is ordering the Biden administration and Border Patrol agents to stop cutting through razor wire at the U.S.-Mexico border in Texas. It comes after Texas AG Ken Paxton sued the Biden administration, claiming federal agents were destroying state property by cutting through the wire. The White House says the cuts were made by Border Patrol so they could provide medical aid to migrants who had already set foot on U.S. soil. A hearing is set for next week. Here's your reaction. Oh, let's see, having a problem here. Abbott needs to be held accountable. This is a crime against humanity. Another one saying, come here legally and this won't happen. Donald Trump Jr. is expected to testify today in the New York civil fraud trial. The lawsuit against Donald Trump, his sons, and the Trump Organization executives alleges a long-running fraud scheme. Tomorrow, Eric Trump is expected to testify. Both Ivanka Trump and her father, Donald Trump, are scheduled to take the stand next week. Reaction. Let the I don't remember begin, and I'll believe it when he actually takes the stand. What's still ahead? Need some motivation to achieve your goals? A new study says being angry just might do the trick. Coming up, how anger and motivation may be linked.
We're following new details in the Monday night shooting death of a 16-year-old in Northeast Baltimore. Coming up, what police say may have been going on moments before the gunfire and the other case that this teen is connected to.
We are back with a live look outside. A downright cold start to this morning. In fact, we're under a freeze warning. Coming up, we'll check in with meteorologist Jasmine Lomax to see how long this cold will last. 11:15 now to a city in crisis. Baltimore police are now identifying the victim of Monday night's Northeast Baltimore shooting as 16-year-old Khalil Jones. We are learning that shooting may have stemmed from an armed carjacking. And as Shannon Lilly reports, according to police, it is not the first time this teen has been connected to a car crime. Shannon.
Yeah, we've been seeing it week after week. Juveniles at the center of the city's crime crisis, both as suspects and as victims. And now the Baltimore Police Department continue to investigate this case. One of the things that they're investigating is whether the shooting happened during an attempted carjacking. Well, people in the neighborhood we spoke to do say they heard the gunfire.
About 4 or 5. They were really, really loud. I normally just don't pay the gunshots no attention because I'm not going to look out the window.
I came to the door because I wanted to check on my friends and the neighbor to see if a car was parked outside.
Well, according to the police report, 16-year-old Khalil Jones was shot dead during a robbery on this block. It happened just after 11 Monday night on Bowleys Lane in Northeast Baltimore. Investigators say Jones was with 2 of his friends, and they fled the scene in a car stolen out of Baltimore County 3 days ago. They crashed about 3 miles away on Orland Street near Hopkins Hospital. The teens told investigators, according to the report, they were trying to take Jones to the hospital because he had been shot. Right now, it's unclear if those 2 teens will face charges. Meanwhile, Baltimore police are confirming that Jones, the teen who was killed in this case, is the same teen who was shot and arrested for an attempted carjacking of an off-duty Baltimore police officer back in August. Investigators saying at the time, Jones was just 15 years old. Reporting from police headquarters, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News.
If you would like to contact your lawmakers directly about public safety, House Speaker Adrian Jones and Senate President Bill Ferguson are 2 of the most powerful lawmakers in Annapolis. Their phone numbers and email addresses are on your screen. Tonight on Fox 45 News at 4, jury selection is happening right now. What we're learning from the courtroom in the Marilyn Mosby case. Then at 5, what happened and are police investigating? We're pressing law enforcement for answers after neighbors near Hamden say they saw teens shooting at each other. And at 6, Mayor Scott has avoided questions on the FBI investigation into Safe Streets. Fox 45 is demanding answers from the city on what the future of that program looks like. Is making changes. Coming up, how Walmart says it is revamping stores. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday. 11:25 now. Don't miss this. Walmart is making changes. The nation's largest retailer is rolling out what it calls a grand reopening of 117 stores across the country. The stores feature a more modern look. There are also more shopping carts and more checkout options. The trial to block JetBlue's purchase of Spirit Airlines is underway in Boston. The lawsuit is part of the Biden administration's efforts to fight consolidation of the airline industry. JetBlue and Spirit are the 6th and 7th largest U.S. airlines, respectively. A merger would be the first between U.S. carriers since Alaska Airlines bought Virgin America back in 2016. Bud Light sales continue to drop. In the U.S., Bud Light volumes are down 30% year over year. The brand has been facing ongoing backlash since the company partnered with influencer Dylan Mulvaney earlier this year. Gas prices keep dropping. According to AAA, the average cost of a gallon of gas is $3.46. That is down 8 cents from last Wednesday. We'll take it. Time now for your lunch break. The ghosts and goblins are done for the year, but Halloween isn't the last day to celebrate the dead. November 1st is Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead. It's a Mexican holiday where people welcome their deceased relatives for a visit. Day of the Dead is about remembering death is a part of the human experience and an opportunity to be reunited with those who went before you. Well, that's all we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle is up next. Mark Clark back to tell us what they're working on.
Patrice, we know you're going to do it. Raid the kids' candy bucket when they go to sleep. Now, coming up, we'll tell you the best wine that goes with the chocolate and the sour candy. Coming up on Be More Lifestyle.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
And what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T, the queen, is back.
Hey.
Comedian Ray Diva,
Hey,
also
guys.
a queen, and meteorologist Jasmine, also a queen.
Yes.
Welcome, queens.
Oh, I
Let me
like the
tell
team
you
today.
right now. And I'm a
Hey.
queen, too.
Hey, yeah, wait a
If
minute,
you got
king.
leftover Halloween candy and you want to join as part of your adult late night snack, a food blogger is sharing which candies go best with which wines. For milk chocolate, try a red Zinfandel.
Okay.
Anything peanut butter, reach for a Cobb?
A Cobb, yeah. Okay, but like a Cabernet. Cabernet, yeah.
If you prefer
Like a
white
Cab.
wine, a Milky Way pairs well with the sparkling dry white. And if you got sour candy, reach for a Sauvignon Blanc. Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc.
I don't know what
Yes,
any of that
darling.
means, and I'm not going to drink wine with my candy.
That's exactly right.
doing
That's
that.
double sugar, double
I know,
diabetes.
my diabetes
right?
would be kicking up.
And that's straight facts.
My feet are sore.
When the feet
Why am I
swell up, it's
sleepy?
the worst part.
I would think it would depend on your income bracket because you could put like now laters with some Mad Dog 2020. And
Okay,
that
you
probably
can.
get
You could.
You could, and that
But you might
Starburst
not
is
really.
really good with Henny. The Starburst is really good with Henny, so yeah,
Oh,
I
wow,
definitely
thank you.
can. Yeah, I just wanted to
'Cause
throw
Henny
that
is a
out
bit
there.
much.
Because Henny is like put some hair in your chest. It's really it make the hair in your chest stand up.
we want you to tell it. Will you raid your kids' candy bucket once they're asleep? Well, that link is already asked.
Yeah,
Go to our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody drinks and thinks.
like it.
Halloween is
Hey.
over. It's officially November. Now that Halloween is behind us, are you moving straight from pumpkin spice to peppermint?
Ew.
And so let's make this question here. How soon is too soon to start decorating for Christmas?
It's too soon.
Do you
It's
need to
already
wait
too
until
soon.
after Thanksgiving to
Right.
decorate?
Yes.
Or
That's
can
a
you do
good
it now?
time.
I'm on team, let's decorate now.
No. And put
Okay.
Mariah Carey back in the ice. Stop playing.
That-
She's not.
Mariah
It's
Carey.
not time to
Mariah
defrost
Carey,
yet.
high note is
She's
ready.
already defrosting.
My
I'm tired
neighbors
of it.
literally leave their lights up all year round and
Smart.
have their lights on all year round.
Oh, they
Their
black?
Christmas lights.
Ray Diva.
Because that's the only time. Because you know how
I
easy
wanna
you get.
say it.
You don't want to like, oh, you gonna keep the
Wow.
lights on.
It's like
and
the
just make it a
Christmas
part of every
Hold on,
holiday.
let's check in with the
Stop
youngster on the
playing.
panel.
Oh, sorry.
Jasmine.
I'm agreement. I
She
agree
was
with
an
the
old
ladies,
soul.
You know?
Wait,
She's
wait
us.
till or,
You have to wait until after Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
Thanksgiving is a great holiday. It
okay,
deserves
let's keep it
its time
real,
to
y'all.
shine.
Thanksgiving needs to step up.
Wait a minute. Stop.
It's been beat up
Stop.
by-
It's already
Thanksgiving
done what
getting
it
beat
needs to.
down
It's
by
already
Halloween
given.
and Christmas. The turkey is
No,
not
don't say what the
including-
food
It's
is
not
always
strong enough.
hitting.
Yes.
It always gives.
Thanksgiving needs more people.
No, you know
my
what?
Thanksgiving
I don't know who hurt you.
I'm
On
just-
Thanksgiving, I know who hurt
I'm
you.
just saying.
Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, and I train all year for it.
Yeah.
So I train all year for it. So please don't play with me, okay?
so let's take a
don't
vote.
talk about it like that.
I say yes, put up to Christmas. You say no.
No.
You say no, you say no. So okay, we win. We'll find out what everybody else says.
No, I don't think we need to find out what everybody else thinks.
No.
Don't put it up.
Okay,
Mariah Carey,
who
go back in the
agrees
ice.
that Thanksgiving is kind of weak?
No,
We need more.
how dare
What
you?
about
It's
the
just
staff
you.
over there? Anybody
It's
agree with
just
that?
you. Don't look
It's
at
me?
them.
Okay, fine.
You're not the judge and jury.
A new study. The
It's
turkey,
not.
let's go. A new study finds listening to your favorite music might help you reduce physical pain. In a pain study, researchers found those who listened to their favorite music saw their pain strongly reduced. Researchers also discovered that moving and bittersweet music increase musical chills, which could help
Wait a
block pain
minute.
signals.
What
Now,
kind of chills?
Here's
That's
the
true.
part about this story. As someone who has experienced pain,
Music don't.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because when Juvenile
I'm not
Back That
reaching
Thing
for
Up
my
comes on,
music.
it's not the same kind of
What'd you
pain.
say?
When Juvenile Back
Right.
That Thing comes on, and then like, my knees hurt so much.
Or if your favorite song is "Move," get out the way.
Right, it's a
That
little
could
bit
bring harm to
aggressive.
you.
It can
It's a
bring-
little bit
I'm
aggressive.
just
You got
saying,
road rage.
Like when you're in pain, you're looking for real solutions.
Oh, right.
And I'm not like, oh, where are my headphones at? I need some.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
what
they
about
should
you,
change it
Jazz?
to old school music.
I think that's what it is.
Music
Cookout music.
can do it. I totally think music can have that healing power. You just have to know what music to listen to.
Exactly.
But Jasmine has not experienced any pain in her life.
What do you mean?
We need to go to Ray Diva. Ray Diva.
I'm saying the type of
We need to go to Ray Diva who's been through some real
type of
pain.
music you listen to that will determine
Yeah.
if it reduces your pain.
I agree.
If you're listening to Sexy Red, I don't think your pain will be
Hey,
Well, admit-
see you.
That's true.
I always feel very calm, cool, like when I listen to what's her name?
Sexy Red.
Sexy Red.
If I
She got a lot of
hear-
Y's in her name. It's
If I
like
hear the
Y's
classic,
are
if I hear joy and pain
and
and sunshine and
Okay,
rain, I
I'll
might
give
feel
you that.
better.
Wow, I am young. I feel very young all of a sudden. I feel very I have no idea what you're talking about.
Where are you going to be real quick?
This weekend I'm at Sully's Comedy Cellar.
All right.
Oh, this weekend I'm a red carpet host of the Full Figure Industry Awards. I'm Big Diva out here. Ray Diva talks
We don't
too.
want to know, and I'm not going to say. Still ahead, checking in on your financial health. Coming up, tips for financial security. But first, Thanksgiving and Christmas will be here before you know it. And for many, that means more time spent cooking in the kitchen. Coming up, a new kitchen tool that will save you time and money. On the way. Great show coming up.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Cooking goes hand in hand with the holiday season. Julie Moran from America's Steals and Deals is here to share a handy kitchen tool that will make your life easier and save you some money.
The following segment is sponsored by Gnocchi.
I absolutely love to cook. It is one of my favorite things to do. And I love this cutting board from Carving King for so many reasons. First of all, it's rubber coated. See this? It doesn't slip around my countertop. I love that. It also has these drainage slots. Look at this. So you can make tasty gravies or juices. Everything is collected right in there. That's just my favorite thing. It also has this supplemental cutting board that you can just throw in the dishwasher to get rid of all that bacteria. It eliminates mess and stress, so your counters stay clean, unlike what I used to do, get mess all over everything, then that drips on the floor. No more, no more, no more. You can use it for carving meats, cutting fruit, so many uses for this cutting board. It's also a great gift, a housewarming gift. The holidays, anyone who likes to entertain, anyone who likes to cook is absolutely going to adore this. And right now we're offering 29% off. That's right, 29% off on the Carving King. And I want you to head to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer. I promise you, anyone you give this to is going to absolutely love it and use it all the time.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Edelman Financial Engines.
A groundbreaking report, Everyday Wealth in America, reveals how everyday Americans view their life and money. Joining us today to discuss early insights from the study are two of the top experts in the nation, Jean Chatzky, best-selling author and host of Everyday Wealth, and Jason Vanderloo of Edelman Financial Engines. Welcome to the show. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. Thanks for having us.
Sure. So, Jean, what can you tell us about this year's Everyday Wealth in America study?
So we took a hard look at the intersection of your life and your money with a particular focus on areas that we know have been troubling for people this year. And we came out with some pretty surprising insights.
And Jason, what are some highlights from the study this year?
Well, one of the first things we found, Mark, is that very few Americans actually consider themselves wealthy. Only 14% of those we surveyed told us they feel wealthy. And what was interesting was that 67% told us they would need $1 million in the bank to feel wealthy. It's just getting a lot harder to build wealth and to feel financially secure.
Well, I think I need that $1 million too to feel wealthy. So Jean, can you talk to us about the challenges with home buying today?
Interest rates, inflation, also a very slim supply of homes on the market. 45% of people told us they're discouraged when it comes to buying a home. About a third said they feel that the window of opportunity to buy a home has closed around them.
And Jason, what can you tell us about the impact of credit card debt on consumers?
As a country, we've now racked up more than $1 trillion in credit card debt. And we found in our survey, Americans said credit card debt is actually the single biggest threat in their ability to build wealth. And as credit card interest rates keep rising, that's debt that will take years to pay off. And as Jean mentioned, will stand in the way of making that down payment, buying that house, starting to build financial security.
And as we wrap things up, what can people take away from these findings, and where can our viewers go to get more information?
I think the big takeaway, Mark, is that money and life are always intersecting, and we need to find ways to have healthier conversations about our money. As Jean said, talk with your partner, talk with a financial advisor. We found in the research, 76% of people who work with a financial professional feel less financial stress, but only 37% have taken that step. So we'd encourage you to have that conversation. Visit us at everydaywealth.com. You'll find our podcasts where Jean is talking every week with our financial planners about these issues. You'll find ways to connect with a financial planner yourself and just take that first step. Have that first conversation, feel that weight lifted a bit, and feel more financially safe and secure.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us and sharing this powerful information. We really appreciate it, okay?
Thanks for having us.
Mark.
Take care. Coming up next, thinking of getting away this holiday season? I'm saying thinking of getting away this holiday season? How to book a great trip without breaking the bank. And if you're going on vacation, go in style. Coming up, how you can find a gently used luxury item at a discounted price. Stick around.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Priceline.
The holiday and winter travel season is just around the corner. That means now is the time to start thinking about where you want to go. You also need to consider what you want to experience, and most importantly, how to find the best prices. Joining us now to discuss is travel host and polyglot, Joe Franco. Joe, welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing great. For people who don't know, polyglot means I speak many languages, and today we're going to be talking about travel deals. That's my favorite language to speak.
I like that. I like that. Do you have any tips to help us take the stress out of holiday travel planning?
Number one thing with stressful planning is start where you book. If you are booking with 25 different websites on 55 different tabs, you're going to be stressed out and overwhelmed, especially during the holidays when things happen. Weather means that flights might be delayed or canceled. So Priceline has unveiled intelligent tools to mitigate these stressors. One of those tools that you definitely need to have on your radar is the travel rebook tool, which means that you can actually rebook all of your flights if you have to cancel plans or change them via the rebook tool instead of waiting in different phone lines or on chats that you're just trying to get a human to rebook your flight. Definitely a stress game changer there, a stress saver, let's call it. And the other tool is Penny, which is the artificial intelligence chatbot. You could have a conversation with Penny and say, hey, I'm traveling with a family. This is our budget. Can you send me hotel options in New York, close to Central Park? And this is where travel is just getting smoother, easier, and stress-free.
All right, let's talk about the deals now. The deals. This is what you're known for.
The deals. The deals and the deals and the deals. I love that you said that. So I got two really amazing things to have on the radar this season. November 6th. November 6th is the day where the Black Friday specials are going to be hitting Priceline.com. You're going to see 30% off on select hotels in over 80 countries. So if you've been thinking about taking that trip abroad, I love global travel, and I especially love it when I'm saving money on my hotel stays. So that's a given. You can check that out. But the thing that I really want to make sure you know about is if you sign up for the newsletter on Priceline.com, you're going to be getting a mystery coupon. And it's a mystery because you do not know how much % off you're going to get. And some lucky people are going to get up to 99% off. That will be layered on top of the express deals. So this is when you get the deal on a deal, making the ultimate deal.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so where can people go to get more information? We know you're busy, you have to go. Joe, where do people go?
I'm just trying to get all of you on your trip. So you can visit Priceline.com, the website Priceline.com, or download the Priceline app, which is a guilty pleasure of mine. I am scrolling late nights, planning all my trips for the end of the year and next year. And honestly, anything I could get a deal on.
Ladies and gentlemen, our favorite polyglot, Joe Franco, is in the building. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you so much. Happy travels.
Take care. And now it's time for the best sweater in America. Meteorologist Jasmine Lomax has it and the weather.
Thanks, Mark. We are staying right here for our gorgeous weather. Take a look at this beautiful sunrise this morning, finally in November, and we've got a beautiful fall sunrise. Absolutely stunning colors in the background. You've got the reds and the oranges. Almost looks like the fall foliage. Very nice day for viewing that fall foliage, but it is going to be on the cooler side. We're starting off the month of November with cold temperatures, especially tonight. You will notice the major drop in those numbers. Currently, though, 46 and mostly cloudy over Towson. Take a look at the wind chill. That number only in the 30s. It's very breezy. Winds are around 16 miles per hour, and throughout the day, that wind is going to play a factor in how it feels. So we're seeing temperatures mainly in the 40s across the state, still a couple spots in the 30s in western Maryland, a couple of 50s toward Ocean City. But when we factor in the winds, it feels much cooler. Many of us are seeing those wind chills currently in the 30s. You'll want the layers this afternoon. Our temperatures will stay below average. Typically around this time of year, our highs are in the 60s, low temperatures are in the 40s. It's going to feel more like the end of November with temperatures in the low 50s and lows in the upper 30s, low 40s. So certainly a cool start. Many areas around the region in purple. This is for a freeze warning. This includes much of Maryland, so expect frosty and even freezing conditions into the morning. We'll have plenty of sunshine this afternoon, and then the temperatures drop overnight. We're talking the 20s and the 30s. As we continue making our way into tomorrow afternoon, we will have a slight warm up, upper 40s, low 50s, still staying below average, but it's Friday when we return to the 60s. So most of the state under a freeze warning into tomorrow morning. Make sure that you have the layers ready and that you are prepared for the cold temperatures. Maybe give your car some extra time to heat up. 53 today, then 55 tomorrow. We'll return to the 60s over the weekend. Remember to fall back. 69 on Sunday, great for the Ravens game. And then after that, temperatures will reach the 70s and then the 60s and 50s for the rest of the week. Back to you.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Charlotte Bee Closet.
Hey, you guys, all right, it's not your average thrift store. Charlotte Bee Closet is bringing luxury to consignment shopping, and the owner, Tony Whitten, is here to tell us how. Hey, Tony.
Hello, everyone.
You look fabulous today, Zale.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I'm so excited to talk about this thrift store, okay?
Yes.
Seeing what you have on, I need to know where you got it from, and it's clearly from Charlotte Bee Closet, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what is Charlotte Bee's Closet, and who is Charlotte Bee?
Charlotte Bee is named after my grandmother, Lottie Robinson. She died about 9 years ago, and she loved thrift stores.
Okay.
I hated them. And so, ironically, you know, years later, I decided to own one and make it my own.
Wow. Now, thrifting is like a whole thing in itself. People love to go thrifting, finding like the old things and making it new. Why was it important for you to start Charlotte Bee Closet?
I wanted to start Charlotte Bee Closet to make it my own. The average, a lot of thrift stores, they have like a mothball smell or some type of smell inside of it. The clothes are not, everything is handpicked. Almost 78 garments have been handpicked by myself and my team that we put out, and we want you guys to come in and be able to walk out and wear them.
Okay, all right. So can you tell us about your upcoming new season of clothing? What's new? What can our viewers expect to see in Charlotte Bee Closet?
Yeah, so we have a lot of new premium items. We have a premium section where we've highlighted that section outside of the other thrift store area to show you things like sequins, different garments of products for like Christmas parties, gown parties, different gowns, just a lot of different events.
It's like gala and glam, basically.
Yes.
And that's an example we're just seeing right there of the mannequin that you brought, and that is of the same dress that you have on, right?
We are matched. We are twins today.
You're twinning. I love it. Okay, I love that.
Yeah, so she has on the pink version of the dress that I have on today. You don't find that much in the thrift store, but we do have duplicates of some things. And that's a great thing that we do have.
Fantastic. Okay, so I see that what makes your store different from the rest is that you guys are a little bit more unique and you're more selective, correct?
Yes.
Okay, where can our viewers go for more information about Charlotte Bee Closet?
So you can go on our Instagram, which is Charlotte Bee Closet _. We're also on TikTok, Charlotte Bee Closet, and we're also on Facebook, Charlotte Bee Closet Consignment. So you can find us on all three of those social media websites.
That's right. That's where y'all gotta go if you want to get glammed up, y'all.
Yes.
Obviously. Well, thank you for joining us today, Tony.
Thank you, guys.
Excellent. All right.
Still ahead, if you got leftover Halloween candy, we'll share some drink pairings that you might want to consider. Stick around. If you got leftover Halloween candy and you want to enjoy it as part of an adult late night snack, a food blogger is sharing which candies go best with which wines. Now, for milk chocolate, try a red Zinfandel. Anything peanut butter, reach for a Cab. If you prefer white wine, a Milky Way pairs well with a sparkling dry white. And if you've got a sour candy, reach for a Sauvignon Blanc. Oh, yes. We wanted you to tell it. Will you raid your kids' candy bucket once they're asleep? Right now, most of you are saying no, never. Well, I did. I raided mine. But they're all grown-ups. Now, we got a great show lined up for tomorrow. It's getting colder and colder, and flu season is here. Coming up, some tips for preventing and treating respiratory illnesses and how to know if it's the flu, the cold, or COVID.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@foxbaltimore.com.
And thank you for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't eat too much candy. I know I am eating too much stuff. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great one.